Ruby Rose slams Sydney Sweeney, you would think that Ruby Rose would really like Sydney Sweeney. So I don't know. We gotta take a look at this. I don't know why she would go after her unprovoked, but she did. And Alan, if you would read this, I know you've got the link to, or I can make that larger.
Yeah, let me.
It's from Pop Crave. I'll blow it up larger for you. There you go.
Oh, I got it here. Because I assume you want me to read that little tiny picture there. But Pop Crave, Ruby Rose slams Sydney Sweeney and her team for ruining the Christy Martin biopic. For her PR to talk about it flopping and say SS did it for the people, Sydney Sweeney did it for the people, none of the people want to see someone who hates them parading around pretending to be us. You're a cretin and you ruined the film, period. Christy deserved better.
Well, what she says in this, Ruby Rose said this, the original Christy Martin script was incredible, life-changing. I was attached to play Cherry. Side note, she might be a little bitter here. Everyone had experience with the core material. Most of us were actually gay.
69.
Because the character in the movie is gay.
Right.
And you're only allowed to play gay characters if you're gay. Or if you're gay, you can play gay or straight. If you're straight, you can't play gay, I guess. Most of us were actually gay. It's part of why I stayed in acting. Losing roles happens all the time. For her PR people to talk about it flopping and saying Sydney Sweeney did it for the people, none of the people went to see someone who hates them parading around to be us. You're a cretin and you ruined the film, period. Christy deserved better. Sounds like sour grapes to me, Alan. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we went to screenings, and who was there with Sydney Sweeney? Christy Martin, the person she's portraying. She seemed to like the film. I'm kind of going through it in my head since I just read it a moment ago. But yeah, there's the part of it is, this feeling of ownership. Ruby definitely feels like she owns this, and when not on the project anymore, there's a lot of sour grapes here. And long history of straight people playing gay roles and gay people playing straight roles. Here, you talk for a little bit while I get my thoughts together more.
Well, look, okay, yeah. If you don't have any thoughts, you don't have to comment. Say, I'm just thinking this one through. But
I'm thinking it through. Yeah.
I'll just give it to you clearly. If Ruby Rose starred in this, no one would have seen it. This movie did not bomb. It was made for almost nothing. It's just opening weekend for the movie. You've got to give it time. It's a movie that is a drama that will, if it plays out, get awards recognition, which will get more attention. And it's probably a movie that a lot of people will catch on streaming. And I can tell you the trailer does not do the movie justice. However, I'm glad the trailer held back. There are things, I don't know about Christy Martin's life, and this movie gets rough in the second half. So it's sour grapes on Ruby Rose's part that she didn't get the part, but it would have, look, I can't see it doing any better if Ruby was in the movie. There were a lot of gay actors in the film. Sydney Sweeney does not happen to be gay, but this whole playing identity politics with all this stuff is retarded. I'm sorry to say that. It's dumb. I think people should be able to play whoever they can. That's what acting is. It's pretending to be something you're not. Sydney Sweeney is not a boxer or gay, and she played it well. So it's ridiculous, and I don't know. I don't think that expressing that publicly is going to win any points for Ruby Rose. Alan, did you form any thoughts while I was?
Yes, I did. This is Christy Martin's story. This is not the Ruby Rose story.
Right.
You know, she's not in the movie. I don't know the reasons why. I don't know if it was fair. I don't know if it's because it was too much time went past when she had the role and when it finally came out. But this is her story, and just because you're gay, just because Christy Martin is gay, doesn't mean this movie has to be a gay anthem. And it could have been, but was that the intention? Was that, I think she's really focusing on the fact that this is a gay story, a lesbian story, when it's not. It's a story about Christy Martin, and it's a story about domestic abuse, and it's a story about love. She is gay, she's a lesbian, and she falls in love, and that's the story. It is not meant to be, a flag waving standard bearer for the LGBT community. It's Christy's story, and let's be frank. Christy went through a lot, personally, to have this story told. Right. She almost died in real life, and so you're gonna abscond with her story to make it your own, to make it this political movement. That's incredibly narcissistic, and it's incredibly selfish as well.
Yeah, it's I mean, I'm not a gay woman, but I saw this movie and I identified with the protagonist. I think her gay life, she was also gay who happened to be married to a man. Okay. So
out of necessity, or out of, it was look, at the time that this happened, I believe it was the early 90s. Yeah. Gay marriage wasn't a thing. And people were still putting up pretenses of I'm not gay and I'm going to prove it by marrying a straight guy.
The point is, you identify with the protagonist even though you don't look like them or you're not them. It's the protagonist story, in this case a true story. And if Ruby Rose started it, would it have done better? It would probably have done worse, because she would have made it all about being gay. In the press for the movie, she doesn't even talk about that. She focuses mostly, Sydney Sweeney, on Christy's story, as she should. She focuses on Christy as a person, what she accomplished, and domestic abuse. That's the story. It's not about her being gay, even though that is an element of the story that is not ignored. And this comment is really not smart. Speaking of gay, Alan, Oz is super gay. I don't even look. Let's take a look at this. Oz is super gay. How gay? Let's find out.
It's super gay. We already answered that. It's super gay.
It's for the promotion of Wicked for Good, a movie that I know will be in your top films of the year, Alan.
It will be.
It's going to be. And it will be.
In spite of the publicity going on for it right now.
Well, let's look at this. From Libs of TikTok, Ariana Grande at the premiere for Wicked for Good. Oz, a quote from her, Oz has always been a queer place, a safe place for queer people, for every different color of the rainbow. You're safe with us. The gayer, the better. Wait, what? We have to see. Did she really say that?
We love you.
We love you too.
You're amazing. We love you. And thank you for believing in us.
We love you very much.
Do you have a message for the queer fans who are watching this?
We love you. We love you. We love you.
We love you. We love you. We love you. And Oz has always been a queer place, a safe place for queer people, for every different color of the rainbow, for everybody. Read the L. Frank Baum books. It's the truth. You're safe with us. We love you so much.
That part.
The gayer, the better.
Do you have a message for the Guilty stars?
Oh, we love you too.
We love you too. Where is our camera?
We love you.
We love you too.
You're amazing.
All right. Okay.
We get it. Look, I want to know, do they have a message for the middle-aged straight Asian man?
It's this whole game of identity is really, it's tiresome. Really good entertainment and great stories resonate with everyone. As a kid, I loved The Wizard of Oz. Now, my favorite character was oddly the Tin Man. I liked it. I liked the Tin Man. he was kind of looked like a robot to me, or a robot as they used to pronounce it back in the 1950s sci-fi. But I mean, Judy Garland is kind of became a gay icon, but I mean, straight and gay people can like Oz, and I feel like what they do can like Oz or the Wizard of Oz or whatever. But what's weird is when they say you're welcoming with a lot of gay content tends to, I don't know, it seems off-putting in the sense that it's almost like they want to exclude certain groups, and you are welcome, all colors of the rainbow except for normies. Do you think that sometimes I mean, I know it's a turnoff to me, but Alan, what do you think?
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen it, but okay. So a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago, I was supposed to be at the Ross house for a screening that you were at for Hedda, and they kicked me out of that screening. But as a consolation, they said, "Hey, do you want to go to the NBC taping of Wicked, some evening spectacular?" And I go, "Yeah, my wife would love that." And so we went to Dolby Theater, and we basically watched them tape what is currently now the Wicked special, now on NBC, and you can watch it on Peacock. And after watching the special and being in the audience of this thing, I think the thought of Universal is, look, maybe you didn't think the movie was gay enough, so we're gonna do this TV show to make it super gay, and that's what it was. So let's just say that watching, I was interested in watching the show, and I'll say I didn't feel seen in any way while watching the show.
Well, I kind of feel like, look, there have been great gay characters throughout fictional history. Some of them, some of them are kind of what they call gay coded, like Dr. Smith in Lost in Space might have been a little light in the loafers, as they used to say. But look, I think the lazy thing they do now is they come out and say, by the way, I'm a gay character. Just so there can be inclusion. Look, it gets tiresome. Can't we just all like something and have it not be specifically, painted that way?
Right. It
feels like there's an agenda when they're doing that. Sorry, Alan.
There may be an agenda, but what they're really doing is they're alienating their audiences. Basically saying, look, you straight people, we know you like the movie, but it's really for gay people.
Because when that is so overt, I feel like it is off-putting. There are certain people, look, there's certain people that are not going to go to it because of that. I mean,
well, the other thing is you and I have seen the musical several times, and I don't think we ever walked away with the feeling of, wow, what a great story for the gay community, for the LGBT community. No, it was a universal story. And I think that's what, to the credit of John M. Chu, at least for the first movie, is it felt universal. It didn't feel like it was for the LGBT community. It was for everybody who loves music and loves a good story.
And it's also about friendship, but it's almost like this is a disturbing trend where gay pundits or commentators want to make characters gay. Well, they're two friends who are guys. They're definitely gay. No, they're just friends.
Well, they used to do that with women. The joke would be, oh, these two women are really close friends, they must be gay. Now movies just go ahead and make them gay, as opposed to just having. And the other thing is, if you know the story of Wicked, you know that there is a love story that is developing, and you can't make that love story gay. Otherwise, you're rewriting the entire story.
With the exception of Bowen Yang, I think it's mostly straight. Yeah.
But that was I like Bowen Yang.
I like him too. I do think he's funny.
I mean, you and I were pleasantly surprised with The Wedding Banquet of how good that movie was.
Which is a gay movie.
Yeah, it's a very gay movie.
That one is
Gay and
is
lesbian
gay.
movie.
Look, I just don't know that this is the best way to promote the film, but it is what it is.
Yeah.